All right, welcome back to the Lion's Den for another class in the art of love and war. Now, got a video today, quick video. I don't know about my video being quick, but I got a video today, pretty short. It talks about seduction. Now, this is indeed an art form, right? And it indeed lost because of all the political crap and regulations and opinions and stupid ass traps, because that's what they are, right? It's the greatest tools of the cock block. Now, let's go ahead and jump in and I'll break it down and I'll show you what I mean when I mean literally that it's so easy that it's hard. All right.
Seduction is a high form of power because you make people feel pleasure. You make them feel excited or interested in you. And then their resistance to your ideas slowly lowers, and you have the ability to influence them and to move them in the direction that you want. If you yell at them, like how we were talking about your child, and you tell them, do this, do that, they resent it, and for good reason.
There it is. How many times have I said it's the easy stuff? It's the stuff that basically are rookie mistakes. Now, why do I call them rookie mistakes, right? Because these mistakes could only be discovered, sadly, right, by doing them over and over and over again, right? That's basically how winning is done. But there you go, right? Now, the rookie mistakes, because if you can't see the simple stuff, the right out of the bat stuff. And now here's what I offer to you. This scenario right here is the be all end all of all fights, right? The woman doesn't want to hear it. Just that alone, you must understand. They don't want to hear it, but you force them to hear it. So if we think logic beyond logic, which is what I've always been saying, right? It's a simple thing. They will not resent you or be pissed off at you or all this, or furthermore, right? Think you're a rookie. Or the classic, you can't handle me, right? I need a man that can handle me. That's what that is. Right? Not handle or manhandle, right? But handle her stupid shit. It's that simple. Hard to do, though, right? But anyways, another thing, write this down, son. Another thing that is hard is the understanding that, or actually, the understanding that you could say it's borderline manipulation, right? Because this is what I get a lot of pushback on, right? Is, well, you just have to be yourself, and you got to, communicate and all this other shit. And all these guys don't understand how stupid they sound, right? And on top of it, they want to feel righteous. When in all reality, it's borderline manipulation, right? It just is what it is. You're doing something to get a reaction that you desire, right? Period. That's it. Now, if it was truly yourself, I would bitch slap her across the back of her head because she ain't listening. Right? That's the true us. That's what I'm saying, right? Anyways, let's continue. And that's part of the problem, what I was saying, right? The manipulation part. But is it or is it more of a, well, I've learned to do what I got to do to win. Understand? All right, let's continue.
But if you're subtler, if you're more seductive in your approach, if you're more indirect, people will do what you want or go in your direction without ever even realizing it. So it was a sub-theme in the 48 Laws of Power. And so I was sort of interested in the psychology of that and why some people are good at it and some people are awkward about it.
Well, there you go, right? The 48 Laws of Power. Now, I've seen women walk around with these books because I'm very observant, right? And not in some dumb bush looking at them. But understand, the point is women walk around with these books, the 48 Laws of Power. the laws of seduction, right? And attraction. And all of this, right? And the power of, what is this? Manifestation and all this such. And I'm telling you right now, these books, believe it or not, are one and the same. And they are easy. As a matter of fact, some of the tools that I use are these simple laws of attraction and universal powers of seduction and all that other crap and manifestation. All this is one and the same. It's hard to understand. Just like this guy here right now, right? Robert Grease or something. No, Robert Greene is saying why some people can use it and others cannot. This is a whole nother mystery. But I've come to the conclusion it's the fact that you refuse. The ones that can't use it, basically, are the ones that not only do they not understand it, but they refuse to believe that this is the way it is. It's just the way it is. It's the way it works. You refuse to believe it because you've been ingrained and trained from the very beginning, right? Programmed to believe all this shit that pretty much every sheep believes all day, every day. All right, which is be yourself. Be the good guy. Communicate. All the stupid shit that does not work. And you refuse to believe this because, right, you come to the realization that you have now need to reprogram yourself, relearn everything, right? And then become a master of yourself, which is the hardest thing to do. All right, but anyways, let's continue.
So when I finished the 48 Laws of Power, I thought this would be a natural segue, the next book.
What are the qualities of a great seducer?
Well, I like to distinguish between cold seducers and warm seducers. A cold seducer is something you don't want to be. That's the typical image that we might have of a male seducer, but even of a female seducer, like the great courtesans, etc., where they're just after money or the men are just after sex.
Yeah, the cold seducer is the direct. It's the, here it is, I know you want this. Well, this is what I want. Period. Right? It's a clear exchange. It's a clear, this is what I have. I can give it to you. And I know you want this. Basically, you destroy the magic. Right? The classic magic that I speak of. So understand, this is indeed important. But anyways, let's continue.
That's not my ideal. My ideal is kind of a back and forth quality where it's not domination. It's sort of like a game that you're playing. It's like a mating game.
Now, what have I said in all my videos? Every single one of them. It's a game. It's always been, always will be. This is the game. You have to play it. You have to. Hell, you play it regardless whether you want to or you do not. You're in the game. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of you wanting to be the winner or just some dumbass pawn. But you're in the game regardless. You don't have a choice. These are these are one of the universal laws where you have no say in it. You can will it, and all the laws of power in the world, all of your little meditation, all that shit cannot change the fact that you have to play this. It is forced upon us. Period. Right? Period. There's a reason. That's one of those programs you cannot fuck. Kind of like, Gravity, stuff like that. Time. Laws that you can't do jack about. So why the hell fight it? Right? Just accept the fact it's a game.
It's like a courtship ritual where both people are kind of seducing each other. And so what makes for a great seducer is very simple. I can summarize it very simply. You are outer directed. So when you meet somebody for the first time or you're on a date or whatever it is, you're not having that internal monologue going, does she like me or does he like me? Am I dressed well? Am I saying stupid things? What can I do to impress them? No. You turn it off and you're outer directed and you're listening to them.
Well, there you go. Now, look, he's explaining in a kind of goofy way, but basically, you have a game plan. You understand? You know the rules. And I've said it in a lot of my videos over and over again. And if you don't believe me, you can go ahead and check. Right? I've said it plenty of times. You need to learn how to fish. Period. And you go in understanding not to do certain things because those certain things stop you from getting the reaction that you want or doing the next move that you need to do to continue and successfully basically seduce, right? Which is what I call fishing, right? Anyways, let's continue. Because if you sit there, well, if I say this, that's another rookie mistake. Once you realize, right, all the rookie stuff, and you, like he said, right, you turn it off because it doesn't serve you and ultimately it doesn't work, then you can do what he is saying, right? And it becomes easier and easier and easier because there's a mission in all of this, okay?
And you're entering their spirit and you're hearing them say things that give you idea of what they're missing in life, of what they want, of what their needs are, of what makes them an individual. You're absorbing it, you're entering into their spirit, and then you can reflect it back to them. You can give them gifts, you can take them to places that show that you're attentive to them. Because if you look...
And now look at that. In other words, right, you're hunting them down, basically. Write this down, son. See what I mean? There's ways to say it. I get it. But basically, right, you're setting a trap. You're hunting them down. Repeating the shit that they want to hear. You're giving them what they want. Right? The whole listening to them and all this other crap. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Now here's the question. Here's the question I pose, right? Is, right, which of all these actions is actually you, right? Because, everybody talks about the narcissist and the blah, 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 right? And the player and all this other shit. But think about it. These qualities that women love, right, are nothing but set up plans and tactics. And ultimately fake. Right? Because you can say, well, I just happen to be, right? The guy that buys the chocolates and listens and is attentive and looks at her eyes, right? And this and that. And knows what to say, when to say it, how to say it, right? Understand? You're not born with these skills, is my point. Now write this down. Son is important. Right? This is it. This stuff you build up. And trust me, women understand the difference between this moves done successfully, right? And done right. Timing. To something that is indeed a mimic of a tactic, right? Done wrong. Wrong times. Bad timing, right? Fake, for lack of a better word. But both are indeed, to a certain extent, fake. One is done right. Now, when you do it right, and again, I come from, entertainment world. When done right, what is fake? Understand? That's the ultimate point.
Look at how we are in our day-to-day life. Normally, people never pay us attention. They're always so self-absorbed. They're never thinking about us. The times where you get the sense that people are actually interested in who you are as an individual is pretty rare. If you give that feeling to someone, it's incredibly powerful because we all want to be validated. We all want to be recognized. So the seducer is not someone who's all worried about him or herself and thinking. They're involved in the other person. They're absorbed like a sponge inside their psychology, inside their world.